This is Port Boss. This is Permafrost bottom bear pits. Today I'm going to show you how I do it, and it might make it easier for you to come down here. You should start doing bear pits at 56 when you get the new route, Engorging route. You can't come down here at 55. You don't need your epic. Here are some things that you should have. The Goblin Gazughi Ring. You need this. You don't have to, but it makes breaking and missing out on XP much better, because you can just instantly invis yourself versus animals, as you can see the bears don't see. So I'll give you a quick rundown of this. There's 2 bears here, there, 2 bears here, 2 bears there, and 3 in the back corner. We'll get there in a minute. So this is how I start, and you can just go ahead and just watch, and then I'll explain as we're going along here. Also, no, I am level 60, but I came here at 56. Not much of a difference at all. I would get Protection of the Glades before you come here, you know. Get a whole 100 minutes of more mana, why not? But for me, I'm always going to have it at this point. So you can stand at 56, you can stand right here with these double bones. I'm in first person. You can stand right here and not have Invis on, as I'll show you right here, and not get aggro. Okay, so this is usually where I start. I'll start with the left one and then the right one. You need 2 hotkeys bound. This is how it makes it so much more easier for targeting. 1, you need cycle through nearest NPCs. You must have that. The game's tab default is target nearest NPC is gonna screw you over when you're trying to charm kill down here. Another one to have is toggle last 2 targets. I use that as the tilde key, and I'll show you why. So this is going to be my charm, and this is going to be the one he's fighting. So tilde key back and forth between those 2. I'll show you why later. So let's just go ahead and just start. So I'll start the room with these 2. Charm, press the tilde, immediately pet attack this one. Boom, there you go. You don't have to, but I run up and I will put thorns on my pet. After thornsing my pet, I'll gorging roots the first one. There we go. So now that they're fighting, there we got these 4 right here. What you're gonna want to do is calm the one off to the right. Worst case scenario is they're gonna crit and they're all gonna come this way. I will have that scenario later and how to handle it, but let's just hope that it doesn't go right now. Alright, both of these are now calmed, so which means that these 2, I'll cycle both of them, so I can toggle between the 2. I'll just walk up, body aggro, get them in, stand right here. Perfect. Now start rooting. Root 1, back up just a little bit, press tilde, root 2. Now you got all 3 of these beating the shit out of your pet who has thorns. If you have epic, go ahead, the 2 you just pulled, apply your epic Wrath of Nature. Apply 1. Press your target, your last, apply 2. Let's just let these ones fight each other now, and then I'll continue further. Charm broke early. This is perfect. So that's why you stand real close to your charm. So you can just face tank it. There we go. I kind of like to put it back to the one that was fighting, but now he's pretty much gonna snap to whoever has the highest threat, which is the highest level bear, which doesn't matter at this point. It's okay. They're all just beating the hell out of him, taking 32 damage via thorns. So let's just let that happen. Now we're watching our pet's health get lower and lower. When it gets to about 5 to 2%, depending on how quick you are at being able to invis yourself with the Goblin Gazughi Ring, is when you're going to want to do that, so that you can get full EXP on your charm pet. So, about to demonstrate that here. There he goes at 2%, so I'll just gorging root. At this point, you can either Drones of Doom dot it, re-dot it with your epic, but I'm just going to kill it with engorging root, only 75 mana cost. Turn on hide corpse looted. Alright. Let's see, which one has the lowest health, or the highest health? They're all pretty good. One right in the middle, I'm just going to take him for the next charm. Re-thorns him. And pretty much at this point, you're using Cycle Near's NPC to kind of just watch their health and try and keep it matched as much as you can. Throw out Drones of Doom. Throw out Epics. As you can see, I'm tracking my Epic dot here as 1 minute on the first two that are fighting. One of them is Charmed. Engorging Roots got 30 seconds or so, so I'm just gonna apply new Engorging Roots. See how I just broke right there? Fucked me over a little bit. So we'll just bring this one right up to where my pet was and throw a root on him. At this point, this is usually where you're gonna want to like Chloroblast yourself. I got Nature Touch at 60, so I'm just gonna quick heal myself. So you can, or you can just let Regrowth of the Grove do its work, or regeneration. You don't need the breastplate for Regrowth of the Grove, but I have it. So pet's getting low. We're about to break it. So we got two options here. This one's about to die. This one is not. Time to load up dots on the right polar bear. That's at 39%. He has no dots at all. There is still my Epic, which is about to wear off on the left bear. As you can see right here, it just wore off. So let's just load up some dots on this bear real quick. Sit down where I need mana anyways. So we'll let the dots do the work. Just melt this one's face. If you do better control on those four, you can bring them all much lower health. I kind of made a mistake there a little bit, so that this bear should have been much lower than what it was at, which is 30-something%, and this one should have been a little bit higher. It just kind of depends on the level of the bears. This one's green. So at this point, I'm just going to throw up my Druid Wrath of Nature Epic dot on the left bear. The one on the right will die relatively close to the same speed. I might as well throw Drones of Doom, because this one on the right is going to die really fast. Then we'll start on the next ones. For speed purposes, I'm just gonna throw out an Engorging Root just to get this going. But for mana efficiency, you're not 60. You're gonna want to be as efficient as you possibly can. So just let your dots do the work. Sit, get your mana. About 50% mana. I'll start at the next quad. I'll show you how I do it right here. But if you're 56, maybe wait until you're about 60% mana. It just kind of depends. My max mana pool is 3100 right now, so if you just judge it by how much max mana you have. While we're meting, this is how we're going to go down. We got the two bears on the left. I'm going to charm the one to the furthest to the left and make him attack the one right next to him. What this is going to do is going to social the two bears off to the very right. You're going to have all three bears beating your charmed pet, and then we'll go on to the next step. So let's go ahead and start with charming. Make it attack the bear. Thorns your pet as they're all coming in. Alright, now they're all going to adjust. This is where cycling NPC is really important. So you tap it a couple of times, and now they're all going to be like in a single file every time you press it. So root the first one, hit tab once, cycles to the next, root, tab, root. There we go. All three of them are rooted now. What I like to kind of do is back my pet up a little bit so he's right in the middle of all. I'm getting his ass whipped with thorns. While that's going on, I'll just throw out Wrath of Nature. You can throw out Drones of Doom from your arms if you want. I just do this just to kill them all a little bit faster. It's all epic, all three of them. Okay, one of the roots broke. I'm not sure which ones it is. I'm about to lose my pet here too in a second. So let's see if I can just reroute all 3 of these. Or it's too late. Alright, I'll get my pet out of there right now. Root, just throw out Drones of Doom or your Epic Dot, whatever you want, on your Broken Charm. Let's check out the health of all these bears. So this one's got the highest health. This one's gonna be my charm target. Gonna recharm. Put on thorns. Let it do the work. I use high corpse looted because sometimes the bears got high quality bear pelts. It's easy money. You can either craft and sit there and sell the bags 60 platinum or sell them for 30 platinum to crafters and easy. Make a couple K while I level in here 56 to 60. Alright, so both of the non-charmed bears are relatively close, but you can see that this one's dying faster because this is the one that my charmed is beating on. So I'm going to stand up and I'm going to throw out Drones of Doom on the higher HP to bear. You can also back your pet off and try and tank the lower HP one. My pet just died, so I made a mistake there. That was my fault, not paying attention. But that's how you lose XP. If you're not quick about it, you're gonna lose fucking XP. So. Charmed the wrong one because I'm talking. So I'm gonna charm the bear that actually I rerouted him, but I'm gonna charm the bear that has low HP. So that I can get him to attack this one, put thorns on him real quick, which might not even be necessary at this point. Let's see. They still have Epic Dot on them, so my pet's about to die pretty quickly here. Actually, Epic Dot wore off of the pet that I just broke. So I'll re-dot him. I'll re-epic dot this one. Just let these two die at the same time. I do it this way so that when you get 4 in the start, 4 right here, they all die and kind of re-pop around the same time. It's kind of good to give yourself maybe a couple of minute break after you start bottom bear pits for the first 4. Give it a couple of minutes so that they're kind of broken up if your mana pool's kind of struggling a little bit. I'll just go Invisitors Animal. This is the cubby I'm talking about. There's 3 more bears in here. This one right here can spawn to named, drops a barbarian spear. It's pretty good 5 wisdom mana range primary spear for shamans. Doesn't sell for much, but you know, an injured polar bear will spawn right there every once in a while, so I just kind of pour it out to Everfrost and find some noob shaman, just give it to him for free or whatever. It's only worth like 50 to 100 platinum in EC. It's not worth really my time, so let's go ahead and get our mana up to about, if you're 56, I would say around 55-60% depending on your mana pool, so that you're not struggling so much. So let's just have some fun and watch mana rise here for a minute. Clicky Regrowth, so just have that up. For the sake of this video, to try and keep it shorter, I'm going to go in there with less mana, but for you to be safer, wait until you have the higher mana pool, just in case stuff hits the fan, because it can. Charm can break early, roots can break early, whatever have you, so that's how I usually do it. So make sure you invis versus animal yourself, so you can go in there. So I target the left, the one right next to it, so I have the cycle I was telling you about, that hotkey, and cycle the last 2 targets. And this one on the left is going to be my charm target. So I'll try and line myself up to the back wall, just right about here.
Invis dropping on port boss.
If you're in the back wall at 56 and you don't have invis, they won't aggro. So I'll just cast charm, press cycle to the next target, the second target, and start spamming the shit pet attack. This last bear is going to come rushing at you. So I'll run him up here, and usually he'll snap right to your pet, which is pretty good. So at this point is I'm just going to throw out thorns on my pet who's in the middle. And you can start it with roots if you want, but this is the way I do it. Just go ahead and root the left and the right bear. The right bear is going to be the one that is taking the brunt of the damage from your charm. So at this point I'm going to throw dots on the left one, which would just be Drones of Doom if you don't have your epic, but in this case I'm killing faster, so I'm going to do epic and Drones of Doom. Try and just get close to your pet, but not close to where you're going to get hit by the fucking bears. This way, if your bear breaks, you can just recharm, and they'll snap right back to getting beat on. He's got thorns. Both left and right bears will just snap right back to him. See, like this bear is no longer hitting mine, so I need to back him up just a tad. There we go. But by doing that, now whoever has the highest threat, he's gonna be fighting them, almost like NPCs in an aggro list. It seems like the right bear is still kind of a beast though, so. So this is a good time to explain how that works too. If I wanted to step in and take a couple of hits, that bear on the right that my pet is tanking him is building more threat. So there you go. Now he'll have threat for sure. And just back up. Getting close to Invis. Again, if you don't have the ring, cast Invis at about 5%. If you do have the ring, I wait till about 2 or try to get a little low. Well, there was an early break. That wasn't even up to me. So right now, I'm just going to let the pet just die by a dot. So that actually worked out pretty good. But yeah, again, normally you would just Invis yourself. So there's 30 seconds on each bear's root. So I'm going to reroot the left bear. Dot my pet here. In about 20 seconds, the bear on the right is going to be my new charmed bear. I'm going to probably just let it wear off. Otherwise, I would cast cancel magic on him to just redo the drop the root that I have on him. So there it is. I'll just face taint this one, recharm it. You didn't have to, you can just charm it early. There you go, send it in. This one, my pet is green at 60. They're both green. Wrath wore off the one on the left and mine on the right. So I'm gonna re-Wrath, the re-Epic, the one on the left. Gives more HP than my pet. Obviously want them to die as close to the same time as possible. I'm actually going to Drones of Doom as well. You could either Wing of Death, Breath of Roe as necessary, as needed. It's just up to your discretion, your mana pool, if you have Protection of the Glades, if you have Clarity, whatnot. My pet's about to die, he's at 2%. Just break it, root him. I'm just gonna double root him so it kills him. It does decent damage, it does 190 damage per root for 75 mana, that's not too bad. This one's gonna take a little bit. Alright, well that's pretty much the end of the video for how to break into bear pits. So I'm just gonna let this one die by spamming root on him. You could quick nuke him down with probably, what is it? Sorie. You'll probably have this spell at that level. Whatever you want to do. Or just sit and med and let your dogs do the work. It doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm going to end the video right there. At this point, you'll just go back. I like to sit right here. I'm a halfling, so I can just hide, or I'll just re-invis this animal, just sit here. Go AFK for a little bit, get some mana. And then these two will repop. Wait until these two repop. With those two are up, and then you start the cycle all over again. This way you don't have to calm these two that spawn right here. And that's it. That's how you do lower pits. I hope that helps someone. I might upload the video where all 6 of them come at you, and show you how that one works out. It's not fun, but overall, I'd say again, you need these items while you're down here. You definitely need a charged Leatherfoot Raider Skullcap that is instant. Get the hell out of Dodge.
Blades.
Go to West Commons, right? It's instant. As soon as you do that, go recharge it. Doesn't matter. You need that. This thing has saved my ass so many times. It's really hard to get a cleric to resurrect you down here, so make sure you have a charged cap of Leatherfoot Raider Skullcap to do lower. That's it. It's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Definitely comment. Leave some comments down below if there's something like a more efficient way of doing this that you see.